Hello everybody, Steve here with another video from CSC, and today I want to talk about something that happened a few days ago at the VMA Awards. There was a performance by Ariana Grande, and I'm sure everyone has heard of her, especially the younger people. And it's funny because about maybe it was a year or two ago, remember she had that whole incident where she was with a bunch of other teenagers and they were eating donuts and putting them back into the bin for sale. And I remember that, and seeing that on the news, and then remembering her face and say, wait a minute, she's familiar. And then I remembered that years ago I used to watch her on, I think it was Nickelodeon, on one of those kids shows with my daughter, and realized that it was the same, young lady that I guess now has grown up and has parlayed her acting in those kid shows to a successful music career. So good for her in that instance. But let's fast forward to today or a few days ago, and I didn't see it. I didn't watch the VMA Awards, to be honest. But I did see the aftermath. Just like everybody else, probably saw the videos where Ms. Grande was singing and performing a song having to do, I think the name of the song is God is a Woman. Yes, God is a Woman. And at first I thought, okay, well, maybe it's, a woman is one of these feminist songs that empower women and so forth and so on. But then when I saw it, I realized it was much, much more than that. And what the song was alluding to was that God is a female in the person, I guess, of her. And she's sharing intimate times with her man, basically bragging, I guess, on her prowess to make him feel like she's a god to him. And to me, it was very sacrilegious. It was very disrespectful of the Christian faith. And the other thing that grabbed me was the 12 dancers who were acting out the Last Supper. And instead of the Last Supper being something sacred with the disciples' last meal with Jesus, they made it into something that had sexual connotations to it. And overall, to a believing Christian, it was very disrespectful. And it doesn't surprise me because I've learned to expect that just as well as I'm sure you have as well. That there's nothing off limits now. There's nothing that to make people say, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't want to disrespect this person's faith, or I don't want to disrespect this person's belief system. So, I'll be creative. There's 1,000 other things I could do. That no longer is a part of the game. As a matter of fact, Christianity is being mocked in many parts of our society, and it's a shame because when people do that, they're not really using their common sense, because any thorough study into our culture would let you know that Christianity is the backbone of our culture, is the backbone of our legal system, is the backbone of our morals, and so forth and so on. But it has come under intense scrutiny and intense disrespect by those in the entertainment industry, by those, by just about every phase of society. And it's a shame. And I hate to say this, I hate to be so pessimistic about our culture, but, if you were to step back for a minute and just look at all the things that are happening, you would have to agree with me that our culture is basically spiraling out of control. The other thing that I yesterday was in the news was the situation with Molly Tibbetts, Unfortunately, her body was found, and the alleged killer is an illegal alien. And I don't even want to get into the illegal alien part of it. I'm more concerned with the heart, with the mindset of people who do such things, that can murder people in cold blood, often showing no remorse. And it's a sign of the time. Like I said, nothing surprises me, but it's just the rapid rate at which things seem to be happening. There's just senseless killing. Look at Chicago. Look at all the mass murders we have. Look at all of the terrorist attacks we have. Look at all of the senseless killings. Just, I think it was a week or two ago, a man threw a child in the water. Well, we don't know if the child was dead already, but I mean, how do people do such things? And then he fled away. I think they found him in Far East somewhere. He's trying to get away. I mean, it's crazy. And then we have the political unrest. I try not to get into too much politics, but like I said in my earlier videos, politics is a part of our life, and it's almost like we can't avoid it. It is so ingrained into our culture now to be on one side or the other. And unfortunately, the two sides are seeming to be at war with one another. And the moment we don't head into a civil war, because there's so much hate. The scriptures let us know where iniquity shall abound, the love of many will grow cold. And certainly we're experiencing the effect of love growing cold. I don't know how further it's going to get. I don't know how much crazier it's going to get. But I don't see things getting better unless, of course, God revives us and wakes us up and allows us to see the error of our ways. And I mean, I'm hoping that is the case. That is really our only hope, that God will work in the hearts of people to change them and to get them to take their eyes off themselves and to see Him. And that is my hope today, that this will happen. And one of the things that will help that happen is that if those of us who do believe stand up, become strong in our faith, become courageous, become outspoken, and more importantly, live a life of integrity, and live a life of service to the Lord. And those things, if we start to do those things, then it will take notice. If we don't, then the culture will continue to consume us. The culture will continue to deteriorate, and we'll see more unlawfulness. We'll see more unrest. We'll see more hate. We'll see more senseless killing, and we'll see more division. I definitely don't want that. Anyway, sorry for such a sobering message today, but we have to be real with ourselves. We have to look at the world as it is. And right now, it's not going in the right direction in our country, in our communities, in the world, really. Things are not going well. So we have to be aware of what's going on and respond accordingly. Thank you for listening. I appreciate all you who listen. Please subscribe to our page. Please give the video a thumbs up. If anything in here has benefited you, please forward our page to somebody else who you think also might benefit. If you are inclined to, I'm going to put a link to our Patreon page. Feel free to support us in our endeavors, and we hope to bring you more and more videos as time permits. At least once a day, I'm going to try to post a new video, and it will cover a range of subjects. And if you have any comments, please leave them in the comments field. We like feedback. Anything you would like to ask us or want me to address, I'll be more than glad to do that. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. All right. Until then, see you next time.